much we love
Good
them.
morning. Okay, so we have changed the live a little bit up today, and so many of you are very excited. They were loving that we were going to switch it because what? Sorry, Mom, go.
So Friday is usually pizza, and that's super fun, or bread. So it's not...
The Friday live, yeah, we really want to try to show pizza or homemade bread.
Yeah.
Just so that when you're new and learning bread and the pizza, we just keep showing it. So
yeah,
it's good.
It's fun because we get a lot of new followers, and we like to show... We have so many breads in 2 books. So a lot of different breads, great breads.
But we are celebrating all week because... Dun, dun, dun. If you're new to following or new to the whole Kamut thing, and if you haven't heard, this is our own Food Nanny bag that has just come out this week, and we have been celebrating all week long. We're so happy. So we want to talk just a little bit about this. If you have any more questions, she's going to write up a full post that should answer
everything,
most of your questions, and I'll just be able to refer you. Go to the website, read exactly all your questions so that you can understand. But what?
You can also go online, and check out Kamut, because it's all over the internet as well. But we'll give you our synopsis. I'll write it up really soon by this weekend and let everybody know our take on Kamut and why we gravitated towards it. When you cook as much as we do and make as much bread as we do and have for over 48 years, whatever, my whole life, my grandma and myself and my mom and everybody's been baking homemade bread. And when you come across a flour that you think is worthy of literally changing your all-purpose white flour to, that's huge.
Yeah.
And so I never thought that would happen to me in my life. My grandmother used whole wheat. My mom used whole wheat plus all-purpose white. We didn't know about this. We didn't know about the ancient grains, back then. And now there's a few different ancient grains that are super great. This one, I believe, and Lizi too, and our whole family now, we believe it's the very best one in taste, number one, texture, and digestibility. Plus all of the other wonderful reasons and additives that it's so great for you. It's just so delicious. And I feel like when I'm eating it, I just feel better. And I feel like I'm more healthy.
You feel more healthy, but the funniest part is everything tastes better, which is so weird to me because I feel like, how can something be so much healthier for you but taste so much better? It's not like you're cooking with whole wheat all the time. It's not an adjustment. It's just start using it exactly the way you would with all-purpose flour. And that is the biggest number one question that we get. Is this all you use? Is this what you now use cup for cup? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're using. It's funny. They're like really pies, cookies, cakes. Yes,
everything. Muffins,
yes.
Pancakes,
it doesn't matter
waffles,
what it is. Yes.
Pancakes, waffles, German pancakes, everything in both books.
Anything with flour.
We're using this. Yeah. Because it's so much better for you and it tastes so good. We think it ups everything. So
I just think it's a game changer. Yeah, it's just a major game changer. So we just want to say thank you before we really start because it's so funny. We had a dream of selling it and we got so excited about it, and we're just so happy because we got a huge, amazing response, and we are like, yay! We're doing it! We're doing it, and we're so happy. So a lot of your orders will get more fulfilled today, and you should get your Kamut in the next 2 to 3 days.
Yes.
So get ready.
Thanks, everybody.
But thank you. I can't even tell you. I promise. I can't wait to meet the person that doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to not like it.
We're so excited for you to be able to cook with it for your family. We wanted to share, we don't hold back any secrets.
No.
We wanted to share this at first when we first started our blog. And by the way, I wanted to say something
Do not start crying.
I know. I hope I don't. I wanted to say something to Lizi. She was the one that brought this Instagram back. Without her, we would not be where we are today. She's been amazing, and she connects so well with everybody. I just want her to know how much I love her and how much I appreciate her. Because when we started up, I said, Lizi, you know what this means? We have to share our salt. We have to share our kamut, everything. Of course, I want to share it with the world. Of course, I do, all the products that we love. But I knew it was going to be difficult to get this available for everybody. But we worked super hard. But Lizi, thank you for everything.
Stop it. We're not going to get emotional.
I know you love her. I know you love her.
But guess what? She started it all. You have lined it all for us to take it away. So it's so great. So we are so excited. This is so fun for us.
We want to thank our friends too, because there are a lot of people who helped us in getting this just right, especially Mr. Food Nanny.
Mr. Food Nanny's done it all.
Tweaked it. But our dear friends helped us, sort of get going with this amazing picture.
But I'm not kidding you guys. When you get this back, it's super soft. It feels quality. And then don't forget, you get my mom's recipe that she made on the back of it. So this is what we're going to show today.
Food Nanny seal of approval. So when you get this bag,
you know you're using what we use. It is the one you're using. I mean, the one that's the right one. But hold on.
Yeah.
It's true. I can't eat regular flour bread. I tried the Kamut and feel so much better. I don't bloat or have stomach aches when I eat it. I'm a fan.
Yes.
Yay. You guys, I'm telling you. Okay, I bought multiple packages. Should I store them in the freezer?
Sure, you can if you have room. But this bag will last 2 years. It will last 2 years in a cool, dry place. You can store it in the freezer if you want to. Sure, but it's resealable. That's super great. So just keep it in your pantry and use it for everything. The other thing
is only 5 pounds. I'd be going through this in like 2 days. So you'll go through this. You'll go through it. Just store it. It will be fine. Put it in your pantry. All those questions we get asked on the daily. So that's where we're going to refer you to be like, this is exactly how you store it. But you don't need to worry about treating it any different. It's just normal flour. You don't need to be worried about how you store it, how you do this. It's the exact same as anything else.
As any all-purpose flour.
Any all-purpose flour.
Now, do we sell Kamut grain? Yes, we do, that you can grind yourself. Yes, we do. We sell that in 50-pound bags. We also sell white Kamut in 50-pound bags. And if you want the 100% whole wheat Kamut, yes, we sell that too. We use that mainly just in bread. Lizi, will you grab that loaf right there?
Yeah.
So when I make the whole wheat Kamut, which is not the white all-purpose, but when I'm
You're going to confuse people.
Okay, well, I hope not. Okay, so this is white. This is all-purpose white in this bag, okay? You can also buy the whole wheat Kamut with no bran stripped out of it, already ground. We have 50-pound bags of those, and this is what that loaf looks like. It's just a little bit darker. And I love it. There's the 2 loaves.
You can't even really tell.
No, there's the 2 loaves.
But you're not going to want to use that for, we've had people ask us, well, can I use that for everything and have it be my all-purpose?
You can, but
no.
we don't recommend it.
I say no.
Yeah.
This Food Nanny says no. She says, just kidding.
No, I don't say
I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying
you
for
could,
bread.
But bread, it's insane.
Amazing.
It's insane for bread.
Yeah.
Okay, where can you buy it? So go to thefoodnanny.com, and if you go to our little shop, then you can see the bags. And then I want to just answer this, and then we'll stop talking about the bag, because we really want to show you we've already been going for 16 minutes.
Oh my heavens.
We have to hurry. Listen, really fast. So if you want to buy a bag of Kamut, let me tell you the best way and the best price that you can do it, because this kind of got confusing. We have a flat rate standard box that is $13.25, okay? And you can get we can fit 2 5-pound bags of Kamut. We can also fit hot pads, spoons, salt. We had people make a lot of orders. The cookbooks are kind of pushing it in that whole bundle, but some of you, we did it. So we're waiting to see if maybe it gets sent back. But if you buy one Kamut, it's honestly better to buy two because you're gonna pay the same shipping and two of these can fit. So there were some of you that bought three and you had to pay for two shippings, like $13.25 shippings. So really it would be the best bang for your buck to buy four, if that makes sense. So it's pretty amazing that we have this flat rate box that's $13.25, which you guys, flour can be so expensive to
More
ship.
than what it costs.
I mean, it's way expensive. So we really are shipping it for the best price. We're selling it for the best price. And you're getting the right one, because I'm not kidding. I think it's confusing when you start going out and you try to find the white wheat Kamut. There's some that it's confusing, Mom. It's confusing.
It is.
I'm like, I get confused. So I just wanted to tell you that. So if you want the best, if that makes sense. Okay, enough about the shipping. Okay, so, love you guys. Love you. They're saying we love us.
Thank you.
Okay, my sister and I love you too so much. We need to come meet you and buy some Kamut. Come.
Perfect.
Come and get us. Okay. Waiting for my 2 5-pound bags. They're going to be coming your way. All right. I bought 50 pounds from your sister-in-law, but we were talking so much, I forgot to get the recipe. Just DM me.
And the recipe is probably online by now.
Yeah, and it should be online.
Yeah.
Is white wheat the whole wheat or white? White.
The whole wheat is...
No, she said, is the white wheat the whole wheat?
No.
No, it's the white.
No, it's the white all-purpose. It is not the whole wheat. It's had some bran stripped out of it. It's still Kamut. It's the all-purpose white Kamut, okay? You can use it in all of your cooking.
Will you sell the whole grain of Kamut in 5 pounds someday?
Maybe.
Cheaper, even more if we pick up at your house in Highland. Okay, well, yeah, but it's not just Highland. There's Midway. There's Woodland. We have people. I have a little Food Nanny shop set up. You need to come and see it. It's pretty fun.
And I sort of do too.
And my mom has it too.
Yeah.
We got her Keep Cooking. Your family's worth it up.
Oh,
okay,
it's fun.
Okay, we want you to make this bread. Okay, so let's start showing them.
So the recipe has something that we do in the beginning, and it's called...
Do you still sell the 50? Yes, we do.
Yes,
so come and get us.
We still sell the 50. So what we do to begin with is we get a sponge going. We need 3.5 cups of warm water. And I'm just going to come over here and get
We
the
still
warm
have
water.
grandkids running around. It's so real life when we do these.
We had a party last night. So we have 3.5 cups warm water. We're putting it right into the bowl.
Okay, somebody said, can you one day weigh a 1 cup equivalent of the Kamut flour one day?
Okay, sure. Okay, 2 tablespoons of yeast. Okay, right in there. 1/3 cup of honey.
You've gotten this question a lot. Why are you making it a sponge?
Okay, the reason why is it ferments. It gives it a minute to ferment, and it just makes it taste better. And it also, I believe, lightens up the bread when you're working with a bread with a lot of bran in it. And this is more than the regular all-purpose flour. So it helps to lighten it up. And if you were to use the whole wheat Kamut, it would help with that as well. So we have our yeast.
There's always so many questions.
We have our yeast, we have our honey, we have our water, and now we're going to add 4 cups. And just measure out 4 cups of the white
Just go
Kamut.
a little shy.
No, not on this, Lizzie,
Oh.
because this recipe is for Kamut.
Okay, that's
So
true. It is
this
Kamut.
is exactly...
Well, on the other stuff, go light.
Yeah, just a
okay,
little
she
light.
said this recipe blew my mind for the first time I made it. It's so different from typical recipes.
Well, there's a lot of whole wheat recipes that actually call for a sponge. I even have one in my first book that actually does. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients in here, and now we're just going to mix up. Lizzie, go ahead and mix that. Just mix it up really well.
And a lot of you are always like, okay, do we have to mix this by hand? And
no, you
don't, but we love to do it by hand.
We love to teach you by hand because not everybody has a Bosch or a KitchenAid, and you just don't need those. You can do it by hand just as easy. And sometimes it's even easier. But feel free to use your Bosch
and
or
you just get a good
or
feel
your bread
for
mixer,
your dough.
whatever you've got.
I think that's why sometimes so many people actually put too much flour in their bread. It's because in a mixer, it's like, oh, it could seem like it could use a little more or whatever.
That's a thought.
But I think it's easier. You get to know it by hand.
I think she's right. This is perfect. All we did was mix it up. Now, Lizzie, show them how you're going to put some, I love how Lizzie does this. She puts the plastic wrap over the top like that. We'll spray, and then she turns it over.
Well, we were in our cooking class, and my mom is
doing it the old-fashioned way.
She's holding her plastic wrap up and spraying, and it's like, you know, when it just starts coming together. I'm like, what are you doing?
I know, she's very smart.
No, oh my
okay,
gosh, no.
I've never been doing that, so that's perfect.
No, it was just pretty funny.
Now what we have in our kitchen, of course it's gonna be a super warm day, but you need 72 degrees. So our oven has been on for a long time. I've been up since like 5:30. I already have bread made, bread started. I've already made baguettes this morning. So we're up and going, and our kitchen is warm. Our windows are closed, our door is shut, because when you make bread, we want our yeast to be able to rise. So even on a hot day, we actually have a little window open, but it's
yes, the recipe on the back use exactly.
Okay.
I didn't mean to say go a little under on this
recipe.
No. Follow it exactly. I didn't mean to say that. On other stuff, I'm so used to that.
Okay, now we're just gonna
So you don't wait for the yeast to proof. You got a couple of questions.
No,
you just mix it all in.
We're mixing this all in this recipe. It's all mixed up. Now we're going to set it aside and let it double. It's going to get bubbly, and I'll show you what it's going to be now. We're just going to set this aside. Lizzie, take it over there. Set it aside. Now here's one that we started at 9:30, so it's been a while. It's gone over time, but you can see exactly what it looks like. It bubbles up, okay? Can you see that? So it bubbles up. This one got a little high.
And it's sticky.
Because it's
sticky
super
at this point.
sticky. It usually, go ahead, Lizzie, stir it down. It usually takes like 20 minutes to bubble up. 20 to 30 minutes is all, depending on how warm it is outside and in your kitchen. So we're just going to stir it down. Now to this, we're going to add another 1/3 cup of honey. You guys, this recipe is so easy, and it makes the best bread. Oh my goodness.
It's the best
for
bread.
Everything. Sandwiches, eating.
Toast.
Toast, everything. Everything. Put it under the broiler at night and serve it with dinner. Okay, so we just added our honey. Now we're going to add a tablespoon of our fleur, not our fleur de sel, but our gray salt from France. A tablespoon of the coarse gray salt. You can use fleur de sel if you want to. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to add 3.5 tablespoons of melted butter or olive oil. Your choice. I use both. Which one do I prefer? Just depends on what mood I'm in. Both are wonderful. 3.5 tablespoons of butter, melted butter.
Okay, what
or
kind of yeast do you use? I wanted to tell you something. So when we did our bread baking class, go.
I just took it out to the car because I need it for my class.
Okay.
Go downstairs.
Well, it's just
Red Star.
Red Star. I was going to say All Star.
Active.
No, is it All Star?
No.
Why do I sometimes say All Star?
Lizzie,
But we get it at Costco. But there were a couple of people at at our cooking class that I said, you guys, this yeast, it is not an active draw. It's not like a fast instant. It upgrades. I'm not kidding. I don't know why it never will fail you. It's a yeast that always works. And there were 2 girls in our cooking class that said, I can't even believe it. They said, we actually bought it. And they said, you didn't lie to us. This actually works the best time. Did they not say that?
That's what they said.
2 girls said, we didn't believe you, but we were like, fine, we were at Costco, it's $3. This is the best yeast in the world. It really is.
It works for us every time. I've used it my whole life. Now we're going to add 3 more cups of kamut. So 1, and this is not, we're just trying to get it.
They're saying, is the bread sweet?
Not really. It's the perfect taste. I cannot tell you how perfect the taste is. It's not sweet. Do you think it's sweet?
No.
Okay, do we have everything in there? We have our salt, our butter. Now, at this point,
Thank you.
At this point, we mix, and if we need to add a 1/2 cup more flour, we will, and then a tablespoon at a time, because we're going to turn it out now, and we're going to knead it. So, do we need to add the?
Sorry,
no,
guys.
you're good. Do we need to add the other 1/2 cup? Let's see.
I don't think so.
I think we do.
Maybe should.
Yeah, I think we do. So the recipe says another 1/2 cup of flour after you get it mixed up, and then a tablespoon at a time when we go to knead it, and we'll show you what we're
Here,
doing.
you do this. And
Okay.
I'll do this. Okay, I was looking for the list of your favorite food products and brands. Is it still on your website? We just had a girl fix our website, and I do think for some reason that didn't transfer, so I'm gonna talk to her again. I asked her to put it back on.
Okay, so this is perfect. We're gonna take it out of the bowl.
What's the difference between butter and oil?
It's just health reasons, really. Olive oil's so great. Butter's it's not really about fat. I like them both for different reasons. I interchange butter and olive oil all the time. I love both. It's taste, basically taste, because they're both high in calorie. Okay, so we're going to add about a tablespoon right here, and take our bread out of the bowl. Okay, we're going to talk about bowls in a minute too. I love ceramic. I love to use ceramic. It just makes me happy. But it's not as practical as something like this, an old Tupperware bowl, especially for a double batch. Then I'm using this. But I love ceramic whenever possible. So the flour is, the dough is perfect.
So do you think it's better mixing by hand than in the Bosch?
I can't say that it's better. No. So but I need to show everyone by hand.
Do you add,
I've got 1 more tablespoon down here, and that will probably do it as I'm kneading this. So we're going to knead this for about 5 minutes, or we might speed it up here today. Lizzie, go ahead and see how you think that feels.
Okay, but my bread maker asked for certain weight in flour. Will it be the same with kamut, or should I do a little less?
No, just do exact as the recipe.
And then they said, how do you know that you needed the extra 1/2 cup?
It was still a little too sticky. And so maybe today it was sticky, but this is, oftentimes depending on where you live, you may have not needed that extra 1/2 cup. But you'll never go wrong adding it, because I wrote a foolproof recipe. If you add it and if you're in question, just add it. It's fine. Okay? So
what size of bowl do you recommend?
This is, well, I don't know the exact dimensions on it. Okay, we're supposed to knead this for like 5 minutes. I'm adding just a tish so it doesn't stick. Just a tish more. We knead it for 5 minutes. This is a workout, girls.
It really is.
Okay, so if you have a Bosch or a KitchenAid, you walk away and you come back in 5 minutes. But this is kind of fun, especially to get your kids involved.
I don't know what, but I'm not kidding.
Dough.
I think when you just do it by hand, you get a real feel for it. Like, that's the #1 problem when most people do.
Yeah, it is.
When they make bread, is you're adding way too much flour. It's the #1 problem.
It's the #1 problem.
And you don't get that, but you are. And then, because you cannot add more liquid. You cannot add more liquid than the recipe calls for.
Once you get to this point, you cannot. Okay, this is good. Now
it feels amazing.
Now we'll take the bowl. Just use the bowl.
They made the bread last weekend. It was amazing.
Great. Just use the
Do you want me to
bowl.
clean it out a little bit?
It's actually fine. We'll spray it a little bit with either, we love this Kirtland's cooking spray, or you could put a little bit of olive oil, whatever you want. This will just be the easiest. We'll put it in here and we'll turn it over.
She always dips it, like dips the top and
Now
then flips it over.
at this point, you could use a towel because it's not going to be sticky and it won't ruin your towel. At this point, you can just use a towel, or you can get the plastic and do like we did earlier.
So how is it supposed to feel?
It just feels soft. It
It's
just feels
pliable.
soft. And
Good.
if it's killing you to knead it, you've got, just follow the recipe, use the exact amount of flour, and you're going to be fine. Just follow.
Once you start making
exact.
more bread too, you'll get the feel of how it's supposed to feel. It's like if it starts coming together and it's kneading nicely, like she's saying, you'll know that it's good.
Now we're going to let this
Okay,
rise.
I love doing it by hand. Difficult the first time, but after that, easy peasy.
Great. We're going to let this rise until it's double. And then once it's double, we're going to turn it out like we're going to do right now with dough that is already, that's ready to go, that is risen. And we're going to show you how to form the loaves. But now we'll let this rise until it's double. So let's put it over here.
This is the Kamut bread recipe that you're getting, ponies, tails.
That you're getting taught. Yes.
That you're getting taught. Okay.
Here we go. This is one.
Wait, there's so many questions. Okay,
This
we're
is
trying.
one of our favorite huge pottery bowls. It's ceramic. It's a big one.
Well, it's yours. It's not
Yes.
mine. It's amazing.
It's mine. It's from Italy. It's amazing. So this is what the bread is going to look like after it's risen. We're going to just.
For how much longer?
This took about a half an hour. But I think a little longer than that because we've been going for a while. So now here's the dough. We're going to turn it out. Right now we're going to put a little more flour down, not too much, and we're turning the dough out. Okay, can they see it, Lizzie? Can everyone see this? Okay, now we'll just work with the dough for a minute to get the bubbles out, okay? Just for a second to get the bubbles out. And then I like to do, I'm showing you minis. Now, if we weren't doing minis, I would take my, did you bring your scales?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take my dough scraper and I would cut it in half and I would eyeball it. But if you want the exact, we have a scales. I have a scales, but it's actually being used right now. Someone had to borrow it. And so Lizzie has hers, so get it ready.
We love this little OXO scale.
Yeah, we got
this
it.
Is,
Orsangigi.
yeah, Orsangigi. Okay.
Okay, and so you don't need it. You don't have to have it. You can eyeball it. But if I were making 2 loaves, I would just cut it down the middle and I would weigh each side. Just so when you're baking it, it's kind of nice to know that the loaves are pretty even so that they're going to cook pretty
I think it's way nicer when you use the scale. Okay. When you
So we're just
I'll get to this just a minute.
I'm just kind of pulling the dough out a little bit like this so that I can cut it down the middle like this, and then I'm going to have 3 minis out of one side. So I'll just sort of eye it and then I'll see how much each of them weigh in just a minute. Okay? Just like that. It's so nice to have one of these dough scrapers. We'll need a little bit of flour down just so everything doesn't get too sticky. Okay, let's see. So let's just sort of weigh. So we're at 11 there, so I already know this one is going to need a little more. So we just try to get, looks like they're going to be around 11 ounces today. Sometimes they're 10, sometimes they're 11. Add a little bit more to this one. It doesn't have to be
exact.
It doesn't have to be exact. This one is way too heavy. So now we'll add a little more to each of these. So we're about right. And we'll pick that one up, and this one's about right. So we're just about good. I wanted just to show you just how easy it is to sort of, when you do have a scales. You don't need it for years and years and years. Of course, I never had one. Of course. I know in all the bakeries they use scales all the time, and I was just eyeing it, you know, whenever I was making whatever kind of bread I was making, turning it into whatever kind of loaves. I was just eyeing it. I didn't have a scales for years. Okay, now to form it, we just sort of put it together, and we want to work quickly. This is, when you're to this point, we want to work quickly with the dough, because if you don't, it's going to require more flour. So now we have it shaped into a little mini. Lizzie needs to spray. So this, let's talk about this for 1 second. This is 6 inches long by 3.5 wide. That's my favorite. 6 inches long, 3.5 wide. Okay? A lot of people call it a 3 by 6, but it's actually 3.5. So we'll take each one of these little minis. Go ahead, Lizzie, and form yours. And we'll put it right. We'll first dip it and then turn it over, just like that.
There's more.
Okay. And get your dough scraper.
There's probably so many questions. I need to go down.
We're just trying to form these minis really fast. So we just sort of knead it down a little to get a few of the bubbles out, and then we just take it like this, form it like a hot dog bun, sort of, just like we do our French baguette. Dip it and over. Perfect. Perfect. And we'll just put them over here. Two more to go. So again, we take the dough. Whoops. Again, we'll take the dough and sort of form it like we do with our baguette, like a hot dog bun. Tuck it in on the sides, just like that. Okay? And over. And now we'll just let all of these, we will cover these. Lizzie, if you want to show that. If you want to show this.
Let me get this off.
We need,
okay, sorry.
We almost need more. We will cover these with a towel, a clean towel, just like this. Okay? Just like that.
Yep.
And those will rise now until double. Okay. Are there any questions so far?
Okay, there's a lot. Okay, Lizzie, when you lived in Denver and did that live on body image, it stuck with me so much. You totally need to do that again for new followers. We are. It's going to be something that I'm going to be talking about nonstop, like I've told you, but we're going to talk about it again because we have a whole new nother thing to say. Okay, I'm so happy to see this. I really want to be better at making my own bread. Thank you. I love it with butter and olive oil. My grandsons ask me to make every week Kamut bread.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Good.
Okay, can you use regular flour if you don't have Kamut?
Of course. Yes.
It's not as good. This recipe is not as good. My toddler's watched you toss your pizza dough last week, and he is watching with me and keeps saying, throw it. He thinks you're making pizza dough. That's funny.
Goodness.
Okay, you said what size the mini is again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
6 by 3.5.
So for a regular loaf, what size do you like? And
so this is the one that I love for a regular loaf, and it's actually 10. It's actually 10 by 5. So.
And do you love the glass, or do you get that question a lot
this
too?
This one is actually just over 9 by 5. But 9
and this
or
is
10,
just Pyrex,
yes,
too.
9 or 10 by 5 is great. I love the glass. And the reason why is because when it comes out of this, it looks like a bakery. I don't know. It just... Uh-oh, what happened?
Some driving thing.
Oh, no.
Okay, can you see us?
It's
going to be that whole thing again. They can't see
our
us.
Video just...
Okay, I live in lower elevation than you. Do I need to adjust the measurements?
No adjusting on this recipe.
Why do you flip it and then turn it over?
It's just something that I've done my whole life. I like to get a little bit of
it doesn't
the top.
Stick like
Yes.
To what you're putting on the bottom. On the top
I think that's the main reason. Yeah.
Okay. How do you store the minis? You put them in the freezer.
So yes, but I wanted to show you the bag. So I buy these bread bags.
Okay,
right
you
here.
can see us.
Okay.
We can't see you again. I love how it does this.
So here's the bread bag. You can get it at Orson Gigi or a Bosch store. It's a great bag. That's what we like to store them in. And I like to use the little IKEA thing to pinch it.
No, yeah, these are great. These, we're going to do a post at IKEA, actually.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm laughing. I can't see us at all. But these, can you see these?
It's so funny.
Those are really great. Okay, does this make 1 or 2 regular? 2.
Yeah, and
2.
they're big.
Okay,
They're
so
big.
what's the next thing we should show?
They're
We need to
beautiful,
probably just start
beautiful
stopping
bakery.
this.
Yes.
I can't even
think
see
we're finished. Our bread is rising.
Oh,
we'll
my
We'll do a
heavens.
story when we know it's ready for the oven, when we give it a pinch in the corner and it sticks. When it really sticks and doesn't come back at you. See how that's coming back at us?
I can't.
It's
I don't
not
know if I'm
ready.
showing it, Mom.
Okay, I don't know either, but
This is making me laugh
we're
so
going
hard.
to do, I know, we're going to do a story on this as soon as we get it into the oven.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you when they come out baked.
So how long, once they are in the pan, how long do you let them rise?
Well, it just needs to be double. It just depends on how warm your kitchen is. It's like 20 minutes. You know, it's like 20 minutes-ish. Just make sure that they're double. Give it a pinch if when you poke the corner of the bread and it's indents, then you know the bread is ready for the oven.
But
okay?
really, when we tell you the tips of a warm kitchen, putting your bread on a warm surface, I don't want to flip the camera, but see how she's got like wood on her counter? If you have granite and it's cold, or you have marble, put something underneath you. It really does matter. All
does.
of those tips matter.
Like put a soon I'll be having a granite top, and so I'll either want to put my bread loaves on top of a wood piece, or I'll put a towel
Or a towel underneath. Yeah, I do that too.
Because marble or granite is cold. It's colder than wood.
Okay, so what do you bake it at?
So we bake it at 350, and the minis are about 20 minutes, but I can't say for every oven is different. So let me grab this loaf. So as soon as it becomes light brown on the bottom, you don't want to overbake this bread. As soon as it becomes light brown on the bottom, take it out. Open your oven, kind of use a hot pad, you know, sort of take it out of the pan and see if it's light brown. If it's light brown, the bread is done. The 2 loaves will take 30 minutes.
They
But
take a little less time,
the
yeah.
minis are going to be different in every oven. So start checking between, some people have even told me in their ovens that cook really hot, 18 minutes. 17 minutes is
Every
enough.
oven is so different,
Mine
so
is
watch
taking
it.
20. So the minis go quicker. But I didn't write the time for the minis because it's different.
Yeah, it's just different.
Just different.
Okay, how do you store your yeast? Tell them really fast.
So we store our yeast in a cool, dry place. As soon as it's opened, we put it into the freezer. And it'll last 2 years in the freezer. It has a great shelf life of probably 5 or 6 years, just like this.
Yeah.
Or more. But in the freezer, after it's opened, okay, then it will last 2 years. I love to put my yeast in something like this, and then I keep some in the fridge, so it's so simple. In this little Pampered Chef, I love these from Pampered Chef. These are so great.
Can you use Kamut in a bread machine? Yes.
Yes, you can use it anywhere.
This is literally replacing exactly all-purpose in every
Yes.
single way.
We just wanted to show you a flour that was our secret for our new bread that I've been eating for 3.5 years now. And we just wanted to share it with you. If you don't feel like trying it, don't even worry about it. Just stick with your old standbys. It's totally fine. This is just a new ancient grain that is super good for you, and the taste is amazing and the texture's amazing, and it's better for us.
Okay, this is down the Costco aisle, like where the vanilla, the baked goods are.
Yes.
This is down where there. And then, what did they say right here? Oh, I forgot to put my yeast back into the freezer and didn't notice for 4 days. Is it ruined?
No, heavens no. Goodness no. It will stay in the fridge like this for a year, just like this.
So this recipe should be posted on thefoodnanny.com. If it's not, I don't know what you're looking at or
for what you're seeing right now, but we'll get it posted on thefoodnanny.com. But you're getting it on your own bag of Kamut if you're ordering it as well.
Yes.
Okay, do you need the yeast to get at room temperature after storing it?
No.
That's a huge
It's
question.
freeze-dried, and it comes right out
Use
of the
it right
freezer.
out of the freezer.
Exactly.
Okay, we probably need
And then
to stop.
freeze this bread. It will last a couple of months. In your freezer, get it out. It's perfect.
It's fabulous. We'll
fabulous.
do some stories after this and we'll show you
Let the bread cool and then get it into the freezer. The reason why we love the minis, it's the perfect sandwich size. It fills you up because it's got more nutrients. It's the perfect sandwich size.
It's delicious.
It's perfect for toast. It's perfect in every way.
It is.
Especially if your family's not that big. Even
and
larger
if you're
families
and you're
are
going
making the
through
minis.
it a little faster, so it's almost like you're eating fresher, like you've said.
Yeah, you're eating
fresher because you're pulling it out more fresh.
But I think most people still prefer the 2 loaves, which is great. We just wanted to show you the minis because they're super great. too.
How long will you offer the 13 for the shipping? Always, for
Always.
as long as we can.
Yes.
Okay. No Costco and Waco. Just get on Amazon to find the yeast.
Yeah.
Just get on Amazon.
Amazon has it on there.
Amazon has it.
So we hope we
Okay,
helped you.
we love you. We gotta stop.
Oh.
We can't even see ourselves.
Keep cooking.
Your family's worth it.
It's so worth it, and there's nothing like homemade bread.
There really
Oh
isn't.
my goodness. It's going to make your whole life. You're just going to add so much love and so much more to the quality of your life if you bake your family some homemade bread. It's amazing. It just ups the quality of your life.
It really does.
We promise.
Okay, love you guys.
See you. Oh, just a second.
What?
Lizzie, before you stop, I'll see everybody down at BYU. I'm speaking down there today.
Oh, yes.
At 2 p.m., so I'm so excited to be there. And we'll see everybody next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Have a great weekend.
We have a great week for you next week.
Okay, see you.